Stop everything you are doing. If you're about to go out and buy an iPad mini, put your wallet away. Seriously, just wait. We have been waiting for years for Apple to truly perfect their smallest tablet. And for a long time, the iPad mini has felt like the neglected child of the lineup. It got older chips, jelly scrolling issues on the screen, and thicker bezels while the Pro models got all the love. But that is finally about to change. Leaks are pouring in about the 2026 iPad mini, and it is looking less like a budget tablet and more like a miniature beast. If Apple pulls this off, this won't just be an update. It will be the iPad Pro mini we have all been dreaming of. Let's start with the single biggest change, the one that changes everything: the display. For years, the iPad mini has been stuck with a standard LCD liquid retina screen. It is fine, it gets the job done, but it looks washed out compared to modern iPhones. The big news is that the next iPad mini is finally making the jump to OLED. If you have never used an OLED screen before, this is a massive deal. With traditional LCD screens, you have a backlight that stays on even when showing black colors, which makes dark scenes look gray or washed out. OLED is different. It offers pixel-level brightness control. When a pixel is black, it just turns off. This gives you perfect contrast and true, deep blacks. Consuming content, watching movies, or playing dark, gritty games is going to look generations better on this new device. However, there is a catch, and we need to be realistic about it. This will not be the same tandem OLED that you find in the new M4 iPad Pro. The Pro uses 2 layers of OLED stacked to achieve crazy brightness levels. The Mini will reportedly use a single-layer OLED, likely manufactured by Samsung. Is that a bad thing? Not really. It is still miles ahead of the old LCD technology. It is thinner, lighter, and more power efficient. But here is the heartbreaking part that might make some of you angry. Rumors strongly suggest that despite getting this beautiful OLED panel, the screen might still be stuck at 60 Hz. This is the biggest controversy surrounding this device. We're talking about a release in late 2026. By that time, sticking to a 60 Hz refresh rate feels almost criminal, especially when budget Android phones have 120 Hz screens right now. We were all hoping for promotion, that buttery smooth 120 Hz scrolling that makes the iPad Pro feel so fast. But it looks like Apple is keeping that gate kept for the Pro lineup. This is a tough pill to swallow. Would you still buy an OLED iPad if it meant giving up smooth scrolling? It is a trade-off. You get the beautiful colors and the battery efficiency, but you lose that fluidity. Speaking of the screen, the size is also getting a shakeup. The current Mini sits at 8.3 inches. Reports say the new model will bump that up to 8.5 or even 8.7 inches. Now, don't worry. This doesn't mean the device itself is getting huge and unwieldy. Apple is likely going to achieve this by shaving down the bezels. If they can keep the physical footprint roughly the same, but stretch the screen to the edges, it will look incredibly modern. Plus, because OLED panels are thinner than LCD panels, the entire tablet could get even slimmer. The current Mini is 6.3 millimeters thick. If they shave off just 1 millimeter, it will match the thinness of the new iPad Pros, making it feel absolutely fantastic in the hand. Now let's talk about what is under the hood, because this is where things get really exciting. The iPad mini has always been a bit of sleeper hit for performance. It's small, but it's mighty. Leaked identifiers in Apple's code suggest this new beast will run on the A19 Pro chip. This is huge. For context, the iPad mini was actually the first non-Pro device to ever get a Pro-labeled chip back with the A17 Pro. Skipping ahead to the A19 Pro means this tablet will be an absolute rocket ship. Why does this matter? Because of gaming. The iPad mini is arguably the best handheld gaming device on the market, better than the Switch, and arguably more versatile than a Steam Deck for casual users. With the A19 Pro, we are talking about desktop-class performance in your pocket. This chip will have single-core performance that rivals or even beats the current M4 chip. You will be able to run AAA titles like Red Dead Redemption or the latest Resident Evil at high settings on that high-contrast OLED screen. It's a gamer's dream. Even if it is a slightly binned version of the chip with one less GPU core, it will chew through any task you throw at it. But power is nothing without endurance. One of the benefits of switching to OLED is power efficiency. Since black pixels don't use power, using dark mode on the new Mini will actually save you battery life. While iPads have historically been rated for the standard 10 hours of use, real-world testing on the new OLED iPad Pros shows they are lasting about 20% longer than previous generations. If the new Mini can pull off 12 or 13 hours of real-world usage, it becomes the ultimate travel companion. You could get through an entire long-haul flight watching movies without needing a power bank. There's another feature being tested that could completely change how people use this device: water resistance. For the first time ever, Apple is reportedly redesigning the casing to handle water. Think about who uses the iPad mini. It's pilots, doctors, and people reading by the pool or in the bath. Currently, if you drop your iPad in the water, it is game over. If Apple brings an IP rating to the Mini, it basically kills the Kindle Paperwhite for a lot of people. You get a full computer that you can take to the beach without fear. To achieve this, Apple is even experimenting with a new speaker system. Instead of having traditional holes drilled into the metal frame where water can enter, they're looking at vibration-based audio technology. This would turn the screen or the chassis itself into a speaker. It sounds futuristic, and it eliminates water ingress points. The concern, of course, is sound quality. Will it sound muffled? Will it lack bass? That remains to be seen, but the utility of a waterproof iPad is undeniable. We also need to discuss connectivity. The cellular version of the iPad mini is incredible for portability, and the new model is expected to use Apple's own custom-made modem, potentially the C1 or C2 chip. This means faster 5G speeds, better connection reliability, and most importantly, better battery efficiency when you are away from Wi-Fi. Being able to pull your iPad out of your bag and instantly be online without draining your iPhone's hotspot is a luxury that is hard to give up once you have it. So, when can you get your hands on this thing? This is the part that requires patience. While we initially hoped for a launch sooner, reliable sources like Instant Digital suggest we won't see this OLED model until Q3 of 2026. That is a long wait. We're looking at a likely launch alongside the iPhone 18 lineup in September of that year. Apple is aligning its entire product stack to move to OLED, updating the MacBook Pros, the iPad Airs, and the Mini over the next couple of years. And then there is the price. All this new technology, the OLED screen, the A18 Pro chip, the water-resistant chassis, doesn't come free. Rumors indicate a price hike of around $100. That would push the starting price from $499 to $599. This puts the Mini in a weird spot. At $599, it is the same price as the current iPad Air, which has a much bigger screen and an M-series chip. It forces you to choose. Do you value portability and screen quality, or do you value size? However, even at $600, I think this device has a secret weapon. It is the alternative to the foldable phone. Everyone is waiting for the iPhone Fold, but that device is expected to cost over $2,000. The iPad mini gives you that same small tablet experience for a fraction of the price. It won't fold in half, sure, but fits in a jacket pocket, has a beautiful screen, and runs the same apps. For many people, the iPad mini plus a standard iPhone is a much better combo than one fragile, expensive foldable phone. In conclusion, the 2026 iPad mini is shaping up to be a massive upgrade. It fixes the screen quality, boosts the performance to pro levels, and adds durability we have never seen on an iPad before. The lack of 120Hz promotion is a major disappointment, and the price hike hurts. But for the form factor, there is simply nothing else like it on the market. If you can hold on to your current tablet for a little longer, the wait looks like it will be worth it. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the future of tech. I'm eager to hear your thoughts. Is 60Hz a deal breaker for you in 2026? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.